welcome fellow digital soldiers to True Reporting. It is the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day, and on today's podcast, we will be covering the quantum financial system. If you were unaware of what the quantum financial system is, basically it is an off-world monetary system that supposedly is there to not be hacked at all by the deep state. Now, this does delve into some extraterrestrial topics, which I find to be very interesting. But before we get into this, would you please go ahead and click the bell to get notifications so when I post, you'll be the first to know. Also, follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So the QFS system will cover the new global network for the transfer of gold or asset-backed money initiated by Russia and China. I agree. I believe that Russia, China, America is definitely, you can even throw in North Korea, or the big four that are going to take back this world. And they created this to replace the U.S. centrally controlled SWIFT system. I've covered the SWIFT system. Check back about 4 or 5 podcasts ago. I go over it. The new quantum financial system, QFS, runs on a quantum computer based on an orbiting satellite and is protected by the secret space programs to ensure that it cannot be hacked. The quantum technology was provided by benevolent extraterrestrial galactics. The purpose of the new financial system is to put an end to cabal corruption, usury, and manipulation within the banking world. The key is to implement limitations that will prevent corrupted banksters from gaining significant profits. And how are they going to do it if it's guarded by the secret space programs, right? The QFS is completely independent from the existing centralized system, making all other previous transfer systems, like for example, blockchain, unnecessary. At least there is no need for blockchain technology, and that has been superseded due to its shortcomings by at least 2 other transfer networks, putting the need for cryptos very much into doubt. Moreover, after the revelation, all sovereign currencies will be gold or asset-backed, ensuring a sustainable value, which makes the need for unbacked cryptos outdated. And these are simply digits on computer memory banks. So basically what they're saying is that if you've bought Bitcoin, it might be a good time to sell and get that money. Furthermore, the hype around the cryptocurrencies is a modern day example of the sheeple herd mentality. Apparently, there seems to be a lack of logical thinking. When buying something of value, it is rational to exchange it for something of equal value, represented by the amount of the exchanged money. Since cryptos don't carry any intrinsic value, there can never be a balanced deal. And in relation to its nominal value, there will never be stability between buyers and sellers of cryptos, as is the case with all other merchandise. To give an analogy, it is very unlikely that a tossed coin will fall on its edge, just as it is highly probable that there will always be either a majority that wishes to buy or there will be a majority that wishes to sell the cryptocurrency. With the activation of the quantum financial system, the Galactic Alliance will completely destroy the central banking system that has been designed to destroy the world economy and put the world's population into perpetual debt slavery. The little known truth is that the quantum financial system has been running parallel to the central banking system for many months, if not more than a year, and has countered many hacking attempts to steal funds by the cabal. The result being that many bankers have been caught red-handed with illegal money transfers and have been consequently been arrested. The quantum financial system advanced without any equivalent. Little is known that the new system was invented in preparation for the takeover of the central banking debt system to end the financial slavery and control over the populace. The alliance gave President Trump the magic wand of taking over the old banking system without changing it. The quantum financial system has no comparison to anything that has ever been introduced to the world before. It has no peer. It has no equivalent in advanced technology of any other system before it. It is brand new. It reigns supreme in the technology it applies. To accomplish the 100% financial security and transparency all currency account holders require, require. With the quantum financial system, the monetary system of the world can easily be changed to encompass gold-backed currencies that completely eliminate the transfer need of the old cabal central banking system. Regrettably, to fully comprehend the advanced quantum financial system structure, there doesn't exist an equivalent technology to serve as an example. Well, that's good, because that means most people can hack it if there is definitely something that is equivalent to it. Politicians and bankers caught red-handed in real time. No one ever suspected that this powerful quantum computer system could assign a digital number to every flat dollar, euro, yen sitting in every bank account all over the world and monitor it in real time, knowing exactly where it went, when it was transferred, who sent it by their login info, and what account received it. Imagine the frustration of a banker who has just stolen some money and illegally transferred this to another account, to be subsequently arrested in real time for theft. I like that. And again, none of our money is safe, right? We aren't safe. We're completely being watched. There is no privacy, which is very scary, but in a way it's kind of comforting too. Does anyone believe that this will happen without deep state controlled bankers obstructing everything to stop this from happening? Would they not apply every criminal trick, every disgusting false flag, everything and anything to stop this from happening? Of course, they have tried and still do try to prevent it to this day. They have explored every avenue to hack and destroy the system, but to no avail. The cabal is taking their last gasp of breath, but be assured, they are definitely on their way out. Their battle is lost, our victory is near. Quantum financial system stops the deep state in their tracks. The Alliance had to intervene with off-world, or more correctly, other dimensional technologies to deliver us Earthlings this super technologically advanced monetary system. It is rooted in the quantum computer intelligence that comes without any third dimensional creation. No 3D creation comes with all-telling recognition system that mimics the creation of a living entity. So, right. We're at such a low density, my friends, in the third dimension. I've talked about this, that lower dimensions, demonic entities where they thrive in 2D come in, and then higher frequency entities, angels, the Alliance, these people come in, benevolent entities come in from the 4th, 5th, 6th dimension, and this is the battleground on 3D, the third dimension. So they're saying that this quantum financial system was not created on the third dimension realm. So it wasn't created on Earth, which is pretty cool. No 3D creation comes with all-telling recognition system that mimics the creation of a living entity. It is simply artificial intelligence that comes with something that is able to replace conscious human beings. Our planet Earth is a living entity with the life force being the planetary symbols. The quantum financial system is considered to be alive with a quantum benevolent intelligence that interacts with each financial transaction anywhere in the world of finance to ensure that it is legal, owner-intended, and transparent. So what's wrong with that, right? This is coming our way, everybody, whether we like it or not. So it's good that the good forces are taking control of it and are bringing it to us. Because if it was a deep state cabal created AI system, we would probably be killed from it, to be honest. Benevolent intelligence that interacts with each financial transaction anywhere in the world of finance to ensure that it is legal, owner-intended, and transparent. If one understands quantum physics, then one can understand that what effect this quantum intelligence is having with each financial transaction that goes through the quantum financial system, it cannot be compromised. Even so, politicians that use the SWIFT transfer system to transfer their ill-gotten illegal money all over the world didn't know the quantum financial system was already running parallel to it and simultaneously on patrol with the SWIFT transfer system. So this quantum system is following the SWIFT system, one created by the Alliance, the other created by the cabal. Politicians didn't worry about being caught as their bankers were on their side, as they too earned to take on their transactions. Gold asset-backed currencies. Only gold or asset-backed currencies that have a digital gold or asset certificate can be transferred through the quantum financial system. The certificate will reference a serial number on a piece of gold or asset held in the reserve to back the currency. Off-world technologies are used to quarantine the gold and or assets used to back currencies. There is no way it can be stolen or taken out of the secure vaults where it is stored. That's amazing, right? That is why it is called gold-backed currency. It has to reference back to the piece of gold or asset that it is backing it. References to asset-backed currencies is the process of establishing a currency based on assets within the country of origin. Assets are the justification to establish the amount of currency available in a country, but all denominations of currencies must be accepted within the quantum financial system and given a gold asset certificate to be active within the quantum financial system. If the assets are mined and extracted from the earth, they will be sold on the marketplace as with any other commodity. This process is complicated and no simple task to accomplish, but it is a process that is necessary to ensure value to the worldwide currencies being used in the quantum financial system. Any flat currencies that cannot be designated as being clean, clear, non-terrestric, or not clearly originating from legal activities are disqualified. That's awesome, guys. So basically, it has to be pure, which are most, if not all, fiat paper currencies. Fiat currencies can consequently not become legal in the quantum financial system. Fiat currencies already in possession at the time of full-scale implementation of the QFS received whilst doing legal business will be exchanged for gold-backed currencies at the bank. The procedure here is called reconciliation, qualifying the money transfer as being either legal or illegal, and will be carried out by a benevolent, conscious entity from the fifth dimension. Guys, this stuff is really interesting to me. If you're not really following along, you can look into the law of one. You can look into anything that has to do with higher densities, frequencies, benevolent entities, angels, whatever you want to call them. We all know it even says in the Bible that there's good and evil. And I believe that it's on the outskirts of a dimension that we are not able to connect to unless we're through meditation, prayer, so on and so forth. But I do find this very interesting, to say the least. Without the ability, the confirmation of revelation of this benevolent component of the QFS will be the assurance and proof of 100% benign, secure, neutral transfer system. Without the ability to reconcile old fiat money into the new quantum financial system, all central bank activities will cease to have any relevance within this new financial system. That's amazing. Any country that is not GESARA compliant will be left out of the quantum financial system and will eventually be left out of international trade. No compliant countries, if any, will be left to barter commodities or work out a credit exchange with other countries, a system that is not presently set up to do business at any level of relevance. The GCR, the Global Currency Reset. And we know that Trump has been firing cabal members that are within the central banking system and then hiring people of his own to take it over. He knows the Federal Reserve is corrupt. He knows the money isn't even actual tender. It's just there. It's energy. It's fake. There's no money behind it. And I believe that all of this is going to be moving forward here, maybe by the beginning of his second term. And like I've said before, when the Federal Reserve gets taken out, all of that debt will go into the U.S. Treasury and then will be equally shared to 350 million Americans, the total amount of people in the United States. And that from about $17 trillion passed out to about 350 million Americans. That's about 400 to 500,000 per person, which is incredible, my friends. Debt-free. We are slaves to debt, and we are about to be debt-free, my friends. Each country, they say, must be GESARA compliant to participate in the quantum financial system. The alliance will use a specific quantitative formula to establish the amount of currency available in a country, which is to be gold backed in the QFS. The results of a formula will establish a fair value of each country's assets as compared to another. There is far more gold that needed to accomplish the gold backing of all world currencies. Once established through the GCR, the price of gold will become irrelevant. If the price of gold goes up, the value of all currencies will go up as well, resulting in no net change to the par value of all currencies. The formula includes in-ground assets, the economy of the country, its population, which is one of the country's assets, and a number of other parameters to determine the value of the country's currency. This formula is to be applied to each country so that all currencies will be on par value with other countries. Makes sense. The application of the formula and the common value of all gold means that one country's currency has to have the same value as the another country's currency. This is called the global currency reset. The reset of all currencies on par with all other world currencies, and they each have a gold certificate to validate authenticity. It is the requirement of each country to use the reset formula and apply the worldwide standards, so that if the quantum financial system is able to function as planned. That is why a country must be GESARA compliant to participate in the quantum financial system. Trust the plan, they say. We've heard that many a time, right? The alliance has confirmed that their goal of defeating the deep state has been far more complex, time-consuming, and difficult than had been anticipated and planned for. It is becoming increasingly obvious that the world-changing information is about to be dropped, probably sooner than expected. This will likely be accompanied by the much-anticipated mass arrests. There are literally over 70,000 sealed criminal indictments ready to be executed. Once this sequence of events takes place, it will be up to the awakened readers to help everyone understand what is going on. Absolutely. Explaining the positive nature of the changes that are occurring and those underway. Never forget, the deliberate debasement of our fiat currency by central bankers is theft and is equivalent to counterfeiting. Absolutely. The founding fathers of the United States of America saw counterfeiting as a serious crime, deserving the death penalty. The deep state are in a panic as the people are waking up, and they realize they cannot stop it. They are continually trying to prevent or suppress it, but the truth is going to come out. Now, it is time people learn to think for themselves by becoming detached from hypes in which, for example, multitudes of people, due to a mindless kind of groupthink, come to the conclusion that something is valuable, whereas if they were to think logically, they would come to the conclusion that this is not the case. Much of the world has been initially misinterpreted and misrepresented by the media. Absolutely. There's a great lack of independent, critically thinking people. A lot of people have just become sheep. Let's be honest. They're brainwashed. The lack can easily be lifted by reading and studying my book, The Great Awakening, Part 1 and Part 2, the consequently experiencing and consciously understanding the upcoming deployments with joy. From Japan, a request was received for the translation of articles published on the final wake-up call into Japanese language. If someone else is interested in translating articles in other languages, please don't hesitate to let this be known. It is very important for all of us that as many people as possible to wake up and stay awake. Informing people in their native language is essential in achieving this goal, the goal of ultimately liberating humanity. And with that being said, my friends, if you found that informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. My friends, you can donate to this channel and keep it afloat by going to my PayPal or my Patreon in the description box below. And don't forget to be kind and loving to one another. My friends, many podcasts coming out this week. Also, there will be a live stream tonight, a live call-in show from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's always a lot of fun. It's a good way to keep in contact and keep up with the news and what's going on in everyone's life. My friends, have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you tonight. Bye-bye.